Yeah, thanks, Chair.
Go ahead.
Just to confirm, I'm here in the building. First and foremost, Cormac, congratulations on your new role, and I look forward to working with you and John for attending the meeting as well. On your introduction, I was listening to your vast knowledge of different industries that you've been involved in throughout your career, and you said at the start of it that you're from Dublin, you grew up in Dublin, your Dublin parents, the civil service, and as you went through all your criteria of the different agencies that you have worked with. Well, to give you my background, I'm from Limerick County. My father was a farmer, my mother was a farmer and a housewife, and I'm a building contractor, and I've been in the building since the early 80s, and I'm self-employed building contractor for the last 30 years. I was elected as a county councillor. I was county councillor for 6 years for Limerick County, and now I am currently TD for Limerick County. Not one thing that the LDA is announcing here today has anything got to do with where I represent. I welcome the project in Cobbett Station in Limerick City. And as I say, it's Limerick. But we talked about here earlier on about sustainability, affordability for everyone, inclusion in Limerick. And if you use the 15-minute rule that you're adopting, it will bring in a day, or it'll bring in Croom and Partick Swell. But it takes out Brough, Newcastle West, Abbeyfield, Hospital, Knocklown, and I'll keep going, Kilmallock. It takes out every part of the rest of the county. My job as a TD is to build the towns and villages in County Limerick to make it sustainable, so we can have businesses that are sustainable. When the businesses are sustainable, we have housing that's sustainable. I've been saying it since I've been elected. The infrastructure in the counties is not there. The stopping of building of houses in the county is not there because of the lack of water and sewage treatments. The LDA stands for city projects only. It does not stand for anyone that is outside of the city unless you're within 15 minutes. And if you look at geographically of Limerick, most of Limerick is outside. If you see where the city's based, it's closer to Clare than it is to, we go to the Mitchelstown border, we're onto the Kerry border, we're bordering Cork. So the 15-minute rule takes out 2/3 at least, if not more, of Limerick, where I represent. I want sustainability. Yes, I want investment in the city, 100%. But I want investment in the county as well. Like Newcastle West, 3,500, 4,000 people in Newcastle West alone. And there's no sustainability for them there because you're using your 15-minute rule. Croom is excelling. It's within 15 minutes of Limerick, yes. But when I look at the likes of Brough, Kilmallock, Hospital, all the way back to Ballylanders, and I come all the way across the borders to Hospital Kilfinnan, and then I come across into Drumculloher, Newcastle West, Abbeyfield, Glynn, there's nothing. No investment, because all investment and funding is being put in. Not everyone is from the city. I've grown up in the county. I'm an employer in the county. I live in the county, and my family live in the county, and they're all employed in the county. Where's the equality in the plan from the LDA to spend outside of cities projects, even in the larger towns? That's what I'm asking you. Where is your vision for all inclusion and equality for all counties, not only city? So I'd like Cormac to see, can you address some of that, please?
Well, thank you, Deputy. As you know, the LDA is a government entity given a mandate by government we're very much policy takers, not policy makers. I would absolutely agree with you that infrastructure in rural Ireland in places is significantly deficient. But what the mandate the LDA has been given is for scale projects on state land, and most of that is in the cities.
I don't agree with you. A lot of the state land is still owned within our counties, in our larger towns and villages. There is state land owned, but except that the government and through the councils have been trying to sell off the lands. So it shows that we do not have as much public lands as what people are saying. There is adequate lands within the counties, but there's a lack of infrastructure. Now, I do, and I say I look forward to working with you and I welcome everything you're doing. But with all the vast experience that you have, we need to change the policies from the point of view of government. And it's people like yourselves, with your experiences that you have, that I'm not saying that you're a policy changer, but you're also a person of great wisdom from the years of experience that you've given through the TII and all across that, which travels through all the counties and covers. It means that we have to change mindsets of people that there is living outside cities. And there is large towns, such as Newcastle West and Kilmallock and other areas, that can become sustainable for the likes of the LDA to invest in, to make sustainability for areas that would be 15 minutes from the likes of Newcastle West, which will bring in the likes of Abbeyfields, 15 minutes from the point of view of Kilmallock, which will bring in the likes of Hospital and Kilfinnan and all those areas. That's where I'm looking for sustainability. And I look for the vision of people in your positions to bring that message to the governments, and to show them that there can be sustainable pockets outside of cities where you can create hubs that other areas can feed in the 15 minutes into there, create the infrastructure in those towns, large towns, which then will benefit the villages, and the transport infrastructure then can travel between city and large towns, which then it gives a full mapping of all our counties. That's what I'm asking for, a vision outside of the cities. And people like yourself and John can actually give examples to government on that. So I'd appreciate any help you can give us in the counties as well as, and I do understand where your portfolio is coming from the cities.
Thank you.
Well, I look forward to working with you on that, Deputy.
Sorry, Mr. O'Rourke, we're just on 7 minutes there now.